The climate change debate has been really structured around CO2 and carbon being a problem and a waste. We think of it, you think of that big picture of a smokestack with stuff puffing out the top. But if we can actually transition from that and transition carbon from being a waste into an asset, then you get the market helping to drive things. We're creating new plastics, new fuels, new feedstocks, new building materials. Can we create phones and tables out of the back of a power plant? I think that would be a tremendous development and really help remove the CO2 that we're putting into the atmosphere. The idea of reframing that discussion around what we can actually do with carbon as opposed to it just being a problem is a tremendous step forward, and that opens the doors to huge solutions and really galvanizing people around taking a big step in tackling the climate change problem. By 2040 there'll be 9 billion people on the planet. How do we enable 9 billion people to live a full life on a balanced earth? That's the vision, and that's the shooting point I think that we all need to go for. How do you get people to switch their mindset that, hey, this is something new, these are early stage technologies, how can we help them scale? The one thing we've seen is people moving from just being chemical engineers to getting many more disciplines engaged in the solutions. Nanotech, biotech, all of these different expertise bases, how can we bring them to the solution? The X Prize Foundation is a foundation out of California that runs big global prizes for the benefit of mankind. The first one they did was for private spaceflight. We launched the $20 million NRG COSIA Carbon X Prize, which was a catalyst to incentivize innovators around the world to come forward with new technologies that could actually work on the back of a power plant, take the flue gas that we're currently emitting into the atmosphere and turning it into valuable products that we use every day. There's a mindset shift that I think we need to get more and more people thinking about, and it's the necessity of going bold. And that is from the innovator perspective, from the funder perspective, and the resource providers, the supporters, all of that. How do we move people up the spectrum to get after these breakthroughs that can really then be scaled for exponential impact? Thinking of going bold, it needs to be encouraged at all levels, and that's in academics, that's in society, it's in the funders, it's in the corporations. I think too often we just migrate back to the incremental or short-term approaches. With an open mindset on the potential that's there, then I think we can really get after some of these much bigger solutions. Regardless of what the big global challenge is, if it's food, if it's water, if it's education, if it's climate change, we're looking for big breakthroughs. We know that we've got this sort of culmination of challenges coming together, but at the same time, we're in an era of unprecedented opportunity. So how can we take that opportunistic mindset and apply it to these challenges? How do we enable further bold innovation against some of the other big world challenges? And so we're doing a lot of work right now through a new organization called 9 Billion Lives to how do we reframe some of these big global challenges to enable new people to come forward with solutions and ultimately getting after some of those exponential solutions that can drive big change. I think we get bogged down with the CO2, we need to get rid of CO2. Absolutely. But ultimately the objective that we're after is available and affordable energy that doesn't harm the environment and climate. If we can solve that, we've done a pretty good job.